Michael.
Hello,
Do we have you?
I am here. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Cool. So, are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
The stage is yours.
Good evening, everyone. I'm excited to be here with you today. I am Mike Orr. I work in the Salesforce Platform Product Management Organization now for a number of years. Fairly recently, I helped to drive the lightning transformation in both our platform and in our customer base. And just keep this in mind, I am not a data scientist. You'll need this information a little bit later. Today, I'm here to talk to you about superpowers, the kind you get with the Salesforce platform. Now, superpowers make me hungry, which makes me wish I had the superpower to actually travel and try some Czech food. Well, it turns out the next best thing is West, Texas. Now, two interesting things about West, Texas. It's not in West Texas. It's on busy Interstate 35 south of Dallas. And secondly, it was the epicenter of 19th century Czech immigration into the US, which means there are kolaches, which I understand is svachina. So that's my one Czech word for today. So these are kolaches. Today, we're going to help Kolache Cocina, which is a small Czech bakery in West, Texas, scale to keep up with the surging demand from hungry drivers on Interstate 35. They want to recommend the right kolache to the right customer and speed up the line, which is currently around the block and it's slowing down traffic. Now, we used to have to write something like this to create a custom object, or what we used to call a table. And with this code, we're not even half done because we haven't exposed an API or UI or any of that. One of the superpowers the Salesforce platform gives you, the developer, is the power not to write this kind of code to create a kolache object. Instead, we're going to create a custom object with just a few clicks, which is more than just an easy way to create a table. It actually creates a mini application with APIs and a UI and default components and all that stuff. Most of you know this already. This is the low-code superpower. Now let's talk about another superpower, one you can give to your users with the Salesforce platform. Picking the right thing can be hard, especially if there's a lot of choices, but you probably have an asset that can help. That is your data or past choices that have been successful. The problem is the user cannot usually tap that directly by themselves. And that's why we have Einstein. Einstein gives you the ability to use machine learning to tap that asset and give your users the superpower to make better choices based on data they already have. It's built into the Customer 360 platform, and it's not off in some separate system. No data scientist required. So I'm not a data scientist, so I don't have to be, right? Now, hopefully you're all familiar with Prediction Builder. Prediction Builder gives you the likely value for a binary or numeric field. Now, new with Recommendation Builder, you can predict the best value for a relationship. Both of these products give you AI in just a few clicks without having to be a data scientist. You'll need a specific data setup to build a recommendation. You need recommended items like products or parts. You need a recipient like a contact. And then you need interactions that represent successful or unsuccessful relationships between those two. Now, just like me, for AI to work, you have to feed it. But in this case, not kolaches, you have to feed AI data. You need at least 10 recommendations, 10 recommended items, 400 positive interactions, and at least 100 recipients to build a model. Positive interactions are examples of past successful interactions, like a kolache that a customer actually bought. You can use any custom objects with Recommendation Builder. You can also use a number of our standard objects. You can see a partial list here of the standard objects that we support. I'm, of course, going to use our kolache custom object to build this model. And then to improve the power or precision of your recommendation, you can use segments to focus only on specific subsets of your recipients or recommended items. Optionally, you can include examples of negative interactions, which will strengthen your model. These are interactions that have failed that you can train the model with. You can also exclude fields that you do not want Einstein to consider when it's making a recommendation. It takes about 30 minutes to 24 hours to build the model. We do that automatically, but then you can come back and check out the quality of the prediction and the amount of uplift you can expect from in your recommendation scorecard. You can also see top predictors and their impact, as well as whether you have adequate data volumes to build that model. Now, here's the power of low code with Einstein. We do the work for you. We take care of the maintenance. We build the model we rebuild the model monthly to take into account new interactions, and we pick up changes in recommended items every 7 days. Now, to use a recommendation, you need to build a strategy using the next best action. In the next best action, using the Einstein load elements. This is what pulls in the model. Then you select the flow. You have to build a flow first, and you can select the flow that you want executed when the user accepts or rejects that recommendation. You can display your recommendations on a Lightning page or an app homepage using the next best action component on an experience, otherwise known as a communities page, using suggested actions component. Or you can even include it in a custom component using our standard base component, Lightning Next Best Action. Now, here's the next best thing with Einstein Recommendation Builder. Coming in summer 21, we are introducing templates, which are pre-built recommendations for common use cases based on standard objects. The first template is parts to work orders for our friends in field service. And we've got a bunch of other templates coming with some exciting new ingredients. Here's some more good news. Einstein Recommendation Builder is GA and included in Platform Plus, Service Cloud Einstein, and Next Best Action additional requests at no additional charge. So now we've used the power of the platform with low code and Einstein Recommendation Builder to help Kalachi Cosina speed up the line out the door and put some smiles on customer faces. Thank you all for listening. And go ahead. My number is 43.
Oh, I especially like the part about it's included and for free. That sounds good. And I would say we do have some questions here. The major concern my enterprise customers has over Einstein models is the fact that they practically run in a completely different cloud environment than the rest of the Salesforce. How are you tackling this in the Salesforce projects?
That has come up as a concern with Einstein. We do have a major initiative to consolidate some of our technologies there, and I can't describe any details of that today, but stay tuned, and we have some major and engineering work along those lines coming.
Thank you for that. And with that, we made it to the end. If you have any question, feel free to ask. We do have most of the speakers still with us, so you will get the answer immediately. It was a pleasure to have you. It was quicker than I expected, I would say. Great job, all the speakers. Thank you for the support and thank you for the presentation, because that was awesome. Thank you.